What's happening, y'all? Hakeem Bellamy here. I wanted to share a poem with you that I was recently published in a book titled Death Never Dies, Mourning 2020 Through the Lives and Deaths of Public Figures, edited and illustrated by Lee Fearnside. Shout out to Lee and all the wonderful artists that appeared in this book, writing elegies and essays about the celebrity we lost and what that means to us who may not have even known them, which is often the case with celebrity, and why it holds up so much emotional space in our heart and our souls. Not a referendum on whether that's a good or bad thing, just it is what it is, and a culture that consumes media and the people that make it and the people that it makes. And one of those people that I wrote about was Chadwick Boseman. Never met the brother, but especially with everything circulating around his life and legacy on his birthday yesterday. And yeah, all the celebrities that were impacted by that when he passed and are currently impacted by it today. I wanted to share this poem with you from this book. So, it's called Chadwick Boseman. One, Dionysus. The only thing that shocked America more than your untimely demise was your ability to act. As though black is black and we don't wear masks all the time. As though our lives are nothing more than a sitcom or a tragedy. As though we are at a loss for muses other than Thalia and Melpomene. As though Paul Laurence Dunbar never wore our art on his sleeve. Almost a tribute, an elegy instead. Felt more first person for a colleague only a year my senior and my complexion. Felt like the appropriate fealty for a dramatist whose first ever play was about a high school teammate who was killed. Feels like a paltry sum for one whose art took life so seriously. Feels stranger than fiction, yet fit for a philosopher king. Your edict, simply for us to remember who we are, your career, a mirror, a reflection of our best features, Little, Robinson, Brown, Marshall, illuminating the greatness of our past, and then one day you took us black to the future and gave us a vision of the promised land, a magic Africa with us in it, a bustling metropolis minus the ghettos and grass huts, kind of like Africa is and was, kind of like Cleopatra's Egypt before Elizabeth Taylor's showed us an urban environment teeming with much more than promise, buck potential. You made us kinetic, but the real seismic shift was casting the sister as Charlie instead of the video vixen, kept our depictions hella angelic and comedic. You were so much more than melanin. Set a world record with your farewell tweet, 7.6 million just like me. For all us punks who never claimed a king, T'Challa punctuated us in the middle of his name. If past is prologue and precedent, you made an example of monarchs as benevolent in the present tense instead of heaven sent. You understood how representation manifests, how our destiny imitates our confidence. Good enough to go to college for basketball, but chose to be a thespian just to show us the diaspora of roles we could play. Not to mention the roles we could make. How you quit the set of All My Children after 1 week because you weren't the stereotype. As a young actor, it could have broke your career. Instead, you flipped the script, broke patterns, and poured molds. That's when you became a hero's hero. Gave us the Wakanda salute, so we have ourselves to forever hold. More than just movies, you made a marvel of us. So I pray when they laid you to rest, they folded your arms across your chest like a pharaoh. That you can now hear the extended ovations from all those theaters full of young Panther cubs and their parents. Your kryptonite was cancer. Your gift, the ability to be yourself on and off screen, so I was not surprised. Besides, all the kings we've ever had have died in their prime.